Hello everybody, my name is ECR Gator and welcome to Tier List Tuesday, baby! And in today's tier list we will be talking about the first form of starter Pokemon. These are the little guys that you are introduced to when you first boot up a new Pokemon game and should hopefully leave a very strong first impression. With that being said, we will talk about the middle stage and final stage evolutions in a different tier list video, but today's all about the little guys, the little fellas, the little dudes. If you end up enjoying today's video, please feel free to leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe, tell me down below, do you think my tier list is absolute garbage, or do you agree with my tier list? Let me know. Try not to be too rude about it, but you do you. You're allowed to say what you want to say. With that being said, let's get right into the tier list. And before we actually start, let me break down the tiers for you. We have at the very bottom of the list the sorry bud tier. Hopefully nobody ends up getting on this tier because I like starter Pokemon and I don't want to feel bad. I don't want to put anybody down below, but we might see. The you try, that's like D tier. That's there's effort being made. You're trying your hardest. C tier, it's fine. Like, it's cool. Like, I don't hate it. I don't really love it. Like, mediocre at best. B tier, you're pretty chill. Like, I could groove with you. Like, I think chill. You're pretty chill. We like it. Little guys, A tier. Like, these guys, they're just little guys. I love them. Like, they're cool. I really like them. S tier, the dogs. These guys are amazing. We like the dogs. They got that dog mentality. And then we have my own personal list, my own personal tier, the elite. These guys are the best of the best, the actual goats of all goats. Like, S tier is pretty special. And the reason why I made this is because I actually really like starter Pokemon. So I felt like I was going to have too many dogs. So I needed to separate the dogs from the truly elite. With that being said, let's get right into the list, and we're starting off pretty strong with the Kanto region, and one of the most well-known Pokemon of all time, Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur is a little guy. Bulbasaur, he's A-tier material. I like Bulbasaur a lot. There's no wrong but picking Bulbasaur. I don't think there's nothing wrong with it. I think Bulbasaur is a great option, especially if this is your first playthrough of the Kanto region, first playthrough Fire Red, Leaf Green, Red, Blue, Yellow, Green, if you're that old. But, like, I think these guys are amazing. I'm not these guys. This guy. He's great. I love Bulbasaur. Ivysaur's cool. Venusaur's also really cool. He's great. I like Bulbasaur a lot. Fun to use. Really cool in the anime. I like Bulbasaur. Great design. Charmander's pretty chill in my opinion. Look, I hate to be in that boat, but I'm in the boat that thinks the Charizard line's a little overrated. Not like too overrated. I actually like Charizard. I like Charmeleon too. I like those two a lot more than I like Charmander. Charmander's okay. I'm cool. He's pretty chill. Like, he's not fine, but he's chill. Like, I like him. I prefer him over a good bit of starters. I think the reason why I'm not super high on him is because 7-year-old me, for the life of me, could not get past Brock. Even with Metal Claw, I was just a stubborn little kid, and I could not defeat Onyx. But with that being said, that's a skill issue on my part. It's the trainer's fault, not the Pokemon. Charmander, pretty cool dude. Squirtle. Squirtle's a little guy. I like Squirtle a lot. I'm putting him right behind Bulbasaur. I think I like Bulbasaur a little bit more. But Squirtle, I think he gets a little carried. It's fine design. I think I do prefer his design more than Charmander, but I prefer Bulbasaur's design. I think Bulbasaur is a little bit more fun to use, in my opinion. Squirtle for me, though, I really liked him in the anime. He's in that Squirtle squad. Like, he does actually have that dog mentality, but he's not in, like, my dogs, if you understand what I'm saying. He's a leader of the Squirtle squad. Super fun. You can use him in Smash. I actually like using him in Smash. He's pretty fun to use in that game. All around, am I talking myself into putting him ahead of Bulbasaur? I think I am. I like Squirtle. The reason why I would use Squirtle is not for Squirtle. Oh, well, we might. There we go. The reason why I use Squirtle is mainly because of Blastoise. I love Blastoise so much. So we'll talk about that in a different video. But let's get on into the Johto region. Starting out with it's fine. Chikorita's fine. Like, I don't hate it. I don't really love it either. Like, I feel bad because, like, Chikorita, I feel like it's one of the most hated starter Pokemon, and it struggles because of the generation I think it's in. I mean, its moveset also is not the greatest, and it gets its butt whooped a lot. And I've tried using it in playthroughs like 2-3 times. I struggle with Chikorita. I'm not gonna lie. You're playing Heart Gold, Soul Silver on hard mode if you go with Chikorita. But I don't mind Chikorita. Like, I think Chikorita's cool. Up next is probably the top of the little guys, Cyndaquil. Cyndaquil's amazing. I like Cyndaquil so much. I love his little design. He's a little guy. He's adorable. Just seeing him run around with you in Heart Gold Soul Silver is amazing. I like the sprite version of Cyndaquil. I think he's fun to use. I enjoy using Cyndaquil. In the anime, I really like him too. He's just such a little timid dude, but then all of a sudden he gets in the heat of battle. When he really gets into the battle, that's when he gets all fired up. And then he gets that dog mentality and starts absolutely OHKOing people. Super fun. I like Cyndaquil. Totodile, he's pretty chill. Even though he's like the opposite of chill, this dude's like the most rambunctious hooligan you've ever seen. But he has good intentions. Like, this is a chill guy. I like him. I like using Totodile. I'm a big fan of Totodile. He's pretty cool. I don't like him more than Charmander. I like Charmander a little bit more. Do I? Yeah, I like Charmander a little bit more. But I do love Totodile. Totodile's pretty chill. I like him. Up next, I think the first... Yeah, he's the first dog. Trico is. He's a dog. Like, Trico's fun to use. Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Mega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire. I like Trico. I think he has a really cool design. I think Trico in the anime is super dope. Like, Trico's a cool dude. He's a little grass gecko. I love him. I love Trico. Up next is Torchic's fine. Torchic's okay. I don't mind Torchic. I feel bad because I think the only reason why Torchic is this low on my list is because the other two are just so much better. No offense, Torchic. But I do actually really like Blaziken. I think Blaziken's super cool, but Torchic just doesn't do it for me. And it's kind of strange because I do actually like chickens. Chickens are cool. And I like... Torchic doesn't... Yeah, we'll see. Right now it's going to lead the it's fine. It might creep its way back up into the chill range. Actually, it might. We'll see. But we have our... Mudkip is truly elite. Like, it's tough to beat Mudkip. I think Mudkip might actually be the best designed starter Pokemon of all time. Mudkip might be the best starter Pokemon of all time. Mudkip is so much fun to use. Mudkip is just look at him. He's a little axolotl dude. He's just so awesome. I love him. He's amazing. Like, one of the best designs in all of Pokemon. He's just, he's amazing. Plus, he's adorable. Brock had one in the anime. He's just, I love Mudkip. Mudkip, he's so much fun to use. Like, actually, legitimately one of the, like, in terms of using Pokemon in the game, I think he's one of my favorite starting Pokemon to ever, like, use. Up next is the Sinnoh region. We're starting it with another elite tier, and Turtwig, yet another elite top tier starter in my opinion. And the reason why is probably because I'm a lot more biased. Turtwig is my first, that's like the first ever Pokemon I've ever used. First ever choice. I picked up a copy of Pokemon Diamond when I was 7 and bam, chose Turtwig. And you know, I mean, Turtwig's amazing. He's got one of the best designs. He's awesome. He's a little guy. But here's the thing, he's got that dog mentality. Sure, he's a little bit of a quiet fella. He's not as flashy or as loud as like a Totodile or a Charmander or even a Trico. Well, Trico's he's kind of chill too. I should say that, but like, he's very chill, dude. Very friendly guy. But when it matters most, he steps up. He steps up to that plate and hits a home run every single time. Turtwig is knocking him out of the park. Turtwig is awesome. I love Turtwig so much. Up next is another little guy in Chimchar. Chimchar's great. Now, my favorite animal is our monkeys. I love gorillas. I love gibbons, baboons, orangutans, all of them. They're amazing. He's a little chimpanzee, a little chimp dude. I love Chimchar. He's awesome. He's great. He's fun to use. Plus, if you're playing Diamond and Pearl, you need a fire type, and he's basically the only choice unless you want to rock Ponyta Rapidash. I'm not really rocking that. I'm rocking the Chimchar every time, but I also prefer Platinum, so I can get Houndoom and or Magmortar to pair up with my Turtwig. So, but I love Chimchar. I personally like Monferno and Infernape more than Chimchar, which is saying something because I think Chimchar is really cool. But especially in the anime, Chimchar is such a oh my goodness, the story with him and Paul just that'll hit you in the heartstrings if you know what I mean. Up next, a dog, Piplup. I mean, one of the Sinnoh's got some of the best starters. Same with the Johto region, or not the Johto, the Hoenn region. Johto's pretty solid, but like Hoenn, Sinnoh, I think they're up there. I really like Piplup. Piplup is, I think, for me personally, hard carried by the anime. Don's Piplup is just, that's a goat right there. Don's Piplup has the dog mentality, but it's just, it's just, I always have memories growing up, like 4th, 5th grade, getting ready to go to school, and in the morning, Cartoon Network would always have the Diamond and Pearl anime on. I get to watch episodes of, I was more like 3rd or 4th grade, but I get to watch Piplup and Piplup's little crazy antics, and anything with Piplup was amazing in the Diamond and Pearl anime. Piplup is great. I love the design. I can see why it's one of the mascots of Pokemon, especially when Diamond and Pearl came out. Like, they marketed the heck out of Piplup, and for good reason. They should. Piplup is one of the best design starters, one of the best designed Pokemon, and Piplup's great. It's fun to use too. I prefer using the other two in game, but I just love Piplup. Piplup's awesome. Up next is the Unova region, and we're kicking it off with a pretty chill Pokemon in Snivy. Snivy was a little schmancy pantsy for my liking, but then I actually used it, and I enjoy using Snivy. Snivy's a fun Pokemon to use in the black and white anime. I don't mind, not anime, in the black and white games. I don't mind it. I've never seen the black and white anime. I only know of the infamous Snivy takes out Pikachu clip or whatever. So apparently Snivy has that dog mentality, and I just never knew it. But Snivy's cool. I don't mind Snivy. I enjoy using Snivy. Up next, another chill Pokemon in Tepig. I like Tepig. Tepig's cool. Like, I feel bad for Tepig because of what follows Tepig, which honestly I kind of don't mind them, but like I still feel bad because Tepig, he's a little guy. Like, I like him. Good design. He's fun to use. I have fond memories of using Tepig in black and white. He's great, and in black and white too. I like Tepig. Up next, a dog, another dog. Oshawott is just, he's great. First choice I ever had in Pokemon White, and I remember it being fine. I don't remember overly liking Oshawott when I first used it, and for the longest time, I probably had him in the "you tried, it's fine" tier. Like, I wasn't the biggest Oshawott fan. Then Legends Arceus came out, and in that game, you obviously have the feature where you can just like let the Pokemon out of the Pokeball, and they kind of just chill with you. I like doing that stuff. I just seeing the little man just do his thing, just chilling. I don't know. It just I grew an attachment. I started a bond with with a binary ones and zero binary code. I just really like Oshawott. I like Duat is super cool. Samurott, Hisuian Samurott, so cool. And then recently, I finally played through Black and White again, and used Oshawott again because it's been so long since I've actually done a playthrough with Oshawott in those games, and I really enjoyed it. I loved using Oshawott in that game. So he more of a recency bias type of guy, but he's a dog. I like Oshawott. Up next is the Kalos region, and this one was a little tough for starters, at least in my opinion. Chespin goes in the it's fine tier for me. Chespin's okay. Like, I really don't have anything to say about it. I don't really like it, but I don't really hate it either. Like, he's the definition of it's fine. I really do think he's the definition of it. And Fennekin also joins Chespin. Yeah, Fennekin's fine. Like, I honestly think both of them are the definition of it's fine. Like, they're okay. I don't mind them. They're fine. This guy though, this is a little guy. Froaky's a little guy. I've never seen the X and Y anime. I know a lot of people really like Greninja because of that. I've never seen it, so I can't really form an opinion off of that. But from my playthroughs of X and Y, which I've only done 2 or 3 of them, 3 of them because I've used all the starters. But I enjoyed using Froaky. That whole line was fun. Like I think they're really solid A tier. Like I really like Froaky's really cool. Like he's just a little guy. Alright, with that being said, let's get on into the Alola region. And we're starting off with another dog. Rowlet's a dog. Like, I love owls. Owls, I think, are like the coolest bird. And I think Rowlet is just a perfect representative of that. Like, amazing design. From the clips I've seen of the Sun and Moon anime, he's a little sleepy boy. He's just this little sleepy guy, but he's got that dog mentality when it matters, though. Like, he will show up when it matters most, but he's also just so chill. Like, I love the vibes that Rowlet gives off. Rowlet's he's a nice little dude. He's a dog. He's a dog. Up next is Litten, and Litten's pretty chill. I like Litten. Litten was actually my first choice in Sun and Moon, and I didn't mind it. Like, I thought Litten was cool. I thought Torcat's pretty cool. Incineroar's really fun to use in Smash. I don't mind Incineroar either. He's fine. But Litten, I don't mind it. I think it's pretty chill. Popplio, though. I feel bad. I feel bad. Like, everything in me wanted to like Popplio, and it just didn't happen. Like, we just didn't connect. And I feel bad we didn't connect, because I liked the design, but when I used it, I did not have fun with Popplio. And I feel bad. Maybe Popplio is like an Oshawott situation. Maybe I'll use it at a later date, and I'll just be like, you know what? I'm wrong. I'm sorry. Hi, it's me. I'm the problem. It's me. But right now, Popplio's the problem. That entire line is a problem. And I just... It tried. It tried. There's enough there for me to be... Not to be a sorry bud, but it tried. It really, truly did. But, with that being said, let's move on to the Galar region, and we are kicking it off with an elite, absolute elite Pokemon in Grookey. Grookey's amazing. Grookey was made for me. Like I said earlier, I love monkeys, and Grookey is like the perfect Pokemon to represent all, like, he's just a little dude. I love him. He's just one of the greatest designs. He's a funky monkey. That is a funky monkey right there, and I love him for it. I remember, also probably more for personal bias reasons why I like him so much. First playthrough is Sword and Shield, which, to be honest, I'm not the biggest Sword and Shield guy. But first playthrough, the instant you get to the very first Pokemon I ran into in the wild area was a level 26 Onix, which I think most people ran into. And I remember my level 12 Grookey was not fit to fight that battle. Let me tell you, 14 level difference, I probably should have been fighting, probably should have ran. Because it's first playthrough, you gotta have that dog mentality. So I sent Grookey out there, probably in a very terrible situation. I'm a terrible trainer for doing it. But I sent Grookey out there. I said, let's do it, Grookey. We got this. I believe in you. And my belief in him was completely 100% valid. Grookey proved me right. Grookey dodged 2 rock throws. Absolute hitting those branch pokes on the Onix. Takes it out in 3 turns. Like, it took out level 26. I get it. Quadruple effective. Like, I get it. The grass type beating the rock and ground. Yeah, it happens. But, like, for this little dude, 14 level difference, and he takes him out anyways. He's elite. I love Grookey. Grookey's amazing. Up next, Scorbunny. He's fine. I don't mind Scorbunny. Scorbunny's okay. Yeah, Scorbunny's okay. Scorbunny's fine. I'm not like super excited about Scorbunny, but I'm also like, I don't hate him either. This guy though, oh, I feel bad because I don't like not liking things, and I'm not a Sobble fan. I feel bad for Sobble because his whole gimmick is that he's like a little crybaby, and it makes me feel bad to put him down this low. But like, I didn't have fun using him. I'm not like the biggest fan of the design, and even then, I don't really like the later designs either. It's just he was not it. He was not it for me. Not a Sobble fanboy. What can I say? Finally, our last region, the Paldea region, which I think the Paldea region is up there for like best starter trio, because I think the Paldea region has some dogs, and we're starting it off with a dog in Sprigatito. Sprigatito is a dog. Sprigatito is amazing. I love this little cat. It is one of the best designs in all of Pokemon. I'm currently doing my second playthrough of Pokemon Violet using Sprigatito. I love Sprigatito. It's really fun to use. Love the design. It is adorable. I mean, what's not to like about the little wee cat? He's great. He's amazing. We'll go Quaxley next because I want to end it off on a really high note. Quaxley's pretty chill. I've never used. This is the only Pokemon on this entire list I haven't used, but I genuinely think I like using Quaxley. I think he can be promoted up to the little guy, maybe even a dog tier, if I've actually done a playthrough with him. But I like Quaxley. I really like his design. I think he's got a really good design. I like the whole gimmick. He's a little fancy guy, but like, I don't know. I like him. I like Quaxley. I like the design. He's a cool little dude. And then we're ending it off with another elite man. I'm sorry, Grookey. Yeah, I like Fuecoco. I love Fuecoco. Fuecoco, like that guy has my heart. This dude, he's got nothing going on in the head. This man has absolutely no thoughts, head empty, but he's perfect for that reason. Like he's a perfect little dude. I don't want him to ever change because he's amazing. I love using him. He's super fun to use. In Pokemon Scarlet Violet, he just hard carried my team. Like, it's using a fire type in that game feels like you're cheating, because fire types, just especially fire ghost types, just they clean everything. And Fuecoco, man, when he evolves into Skeleturge, you're clean sweeping the game at that point. Fuecoco's amazing. I love when he evolves into Skeleturge. I think Skeleturge is so cool. But Fuecoco, I love Fuecoco. He's awesome. That's why I think he's elite. He is elite. With that being said, let's do one little scan through. Let's see. Do I enjoy the list? I think if I had to make any personal moves, I'd just zoop. And well, no. We'll put you right here. I like that. I think I don't want to put you any further because I've never used you. Yeah, I think actually, I think you get promoted. I think Torchic gets promoted because I actually do like Torchic a little bit more than I like this line right here. Yeah, I like that. I don't mind it. Torchic's cool. Torchic's, you know what? I was flaming you earlier, Torchic. You chill. Torchic's chill. That being said, I think this is the definitive tier list. This is the greatest starter tier list of all time. I mean, obviously you can debate it down in the comments. Tell me how absolutely garbage it is, or if you agree. If I had some good takes in there, let me know. Feel free to say whatever you want. With that being said, leave a like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you don't, dislike it. I don't mind. With that being said, I'm ZCR Gator, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye-bye!